Yo, this is crazy that I'm seeing this now. This is crazy because any of you know that follow me, follow the videos, and when I'm talking about movies and follow my trailer reactions, man, I told y'all that I was worried that this might not be good, that there might be a problem. This movie might have came way too late, but I was like, if anybody can do it, it's James Cameron. I'm like, shit, he made the Alien sequel, called Aliens, years after the initial one. And he made Terminator 2 after the initial Terminator 2, and they were both hits. So I'm like, okay, well, if anybody can do it, it's this man here. It says here, Avatar Way of the Water director James Cameron has shared his thoughts on the gap between the original film and the sequel's release. In an interview with the New York Times, Cameron was asked if he had any concerns over how the upcoming Avatar sequel will perform, given that the nearly 13-year delay in its release. I think I could have made a sequel 2 years later and have it bomb because people didn't relate to the characters or the direction of the film, Cameron said. My personal experience goes like this. I made a sequel called Aliens 7 years after the first movie. It was well received. I made the sequel called Terminator 2 7 years after the first movie. It did an order of magnitude of more in revenue than the first film. The Academy Award winner continued, I was a little concerned that I had stretched the tether too far in our fast-paced modern world. With Avatar 2 coming out 12 years later, he explained, right until we dropped the teaser I can't even talk trailer, and we got 148 million views in 24 hours. There's the scarce scene but wondered at principle, which is, wow, we haven't seen that in a long time, but I remember how cool it was back then. Does that play in our favor? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to find out. Released in theaters in 2009, Avatar was universally praised for its groundbreaking visual effects and use of 3D technology. The film quickly became the highest grossing film of all time. I personally loved it. I bought my 3D version for my 3D TV downstairs, which is getting older and older and has burnt in from gaming when I was on YouTube earlier, in time, and I've been thinking about upgrading, but I don't want to get rid of my 3D TV because there's 3D movies I like to watch from time to time, and nobody makes 3D TVs anymore, man. Anyway, beating out Cameron's own Titanic from 1997. The success of the film originally made Cameron hesitate to create a subsequent sequel. I had to think long and hard whether I even wanted to make another Avatar film because it was kind of ours to lose, Cameron said in July. When you've done something that's been that transcendent in terms of success, do you really want to try and do it again? Well, you've done it 3 times, sir. Right? Was it 3 times or twice? Titanic and that, right? Those are 2? I think those are the 2. Twice. There's a lot of pressure on it. I thought about it for a good 2 years before we finally made a deal. There's supposed to be 5, right? But I kind of heard through the grapevine that they might make only 3, depending on how this one does. Imagine if all 3 or all 5 ended up taking each other's place. That would be nuts, right? Nevertheless, Avatar went on to hold the top spot for 10 years until it was beaten by the 2019 Avengers Endgame. However, in 2021, Avatar went on to reclaim its title thanks to a re-release in China. Guess Marvel got to re-release it, huh? Oh man, now I also heard, and this isn't included in this title, that the movie has to make $2 billion to break even for them to make some money Are you? Is one of the two. It was like either to break even or for them to make some money. And I'm like, what? How? How much money did y'all spend on this that's what people are talking about? What? And I saw that title. I saw it on Campia's channel. And I meant to actually take a look at that video. And I saw it on another channel too. It might have been The Quartering. I can't remember. And I was scrolling. I was like, $2 billion? I'm like, what are they? What? How? Please explain this to me. Guess I'm going to have to go watch the videos. But my God, man. I told y'all I was concerned about this time limit. But I knew if anybody could do it, it'd be him. We're just going to have to see. I'm going there ready. But part of me, I can't lie as a fan, part of me isn't too excited. Like, when I'm looking at the trailers and I see stuff and I'm just like, wow, it looks really good still. Just like last night, like so real and, I'm concerned. They bring this out in 3D, man. At least one company, please make it an up-to-date 3D TV so I can buy it, please. Shit. Oh, God. Well, as long as it's really good and ain't woke, I'll be fine. Post comments down below. Let me know what you all think. If you enjoyed my take on this news, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I'm rooting for you, Mr. Cameron. 10 million subscribers.